Hey everybody, it's Marshall Monkey here. This is going to be my Gotham Season 2, Episode 2 review and rundown. I am super excited to talk about this episode. Real quick, I want to tell you guys there's a lot of big video updates at the end of this video, so don't forget to stay tuned for those. This episode was titled Knock Knock. It was really great. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about Season 2, the pacing of the episode, all that stuff I'm going to talk about, so I'm super excited, so let's get started. Okay, so if you are new to my channel and you are just watching this video as the first video for my channel, then you might not know about this, but if you are back in the day when I made my Gotham Season 1 videos, then you know about big story to little story. That is where I talk about the biggest story into the episode to the smallest story into the episode and run down each story. So, first big story of the episode, Jim Gordon, the GCPD massacre, and the Maniacs. So in this story, Theo Gallivan is back, as we all know. He's gonna be the season, villain. We already know that by now. He's doing some crazy stuff with the mayor. So, as we know in the first episode, the mayor stepped out of the Commissioner Loeb's resignation. Oh my gosh, couldn't say that. So Theo Gallivan, kind of took place in that and kind of, stepped into the mayor's place. We didn't know where the mayor was at that point. Until now, we know that the mayor has been held hostage by Theo and Tigress this whole time, which is crazy. I don't know why, but, they're just planning this whole thing for Court of Owls, which has been confirmed. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. We do know that this is a part of the whole plan as the mayor leaving so that the Court of Owls can take place after the Maniacs destroy Gotham, which I'll talk about in a second. But this episode was pretty much getting ourselves established to these characters, kind of, knowing what these characters are about, the Maniacs, all that stuff. Jerome, we're kind of getting to know him a little bit more. All these things we're going to, get to know at this point. So the Maniacs have been, established. We know the name as they were dropping the bodies down, which is hilarious. I just thought that the comedy of Gotham, since Gotham is darker, it's Batman, it's a little bit grittier, it's darker, it's, this cop drama, but it's also got these funny, kind of weird moments where it's just like, okay, this is like Weird Monday time where we drop the bodies down and it's just hilarious, or whatever they're doing that week for, a funny laugh, which is just hilarious. But yeah, we see the name, the Maniacs, that's their name. There was also the gun game, which is really fun as well. Jerome ends up winning the gun game, with, okay, alright, who's gonna die? There's one bullet in here, who's going to take that bullet and die? Jerome ends up winning, and he ends up being the leader of the Maniacs. Now up next, we got some stuff with Dr. Tompkins, and, with Jim and all that. We got some stuff with Harvey. He was not going to go back to the, police department. But one of the big things was, the bus with the cheerleaders and Gordon saving the day, which I thought was really great, with the oil. Jerome's just in there, oils for days, and I'm just sitting with my popcorn, I'll be like, what the heck is going on? What the cabbage is this? You know what I mean? So I thought that was really funny how, it's just oils for days. I feel like that they are going to have, Jerome at least, is going to have so much fun with this, task that they've been handed. Now, what is Theo going to do with them at the end of this? Because whether it's the mid-season finale or the season finale, I feel like Theo won't be around that long. I feel like he'll be like some mid-season finale, and he gets rid of the Maniacs and like turns his back on them. But then the Court of Owls comes and turns his back on Theo, and then the rest of the season will be like the Court of Owls' reign as they get rid of Theo and Tigress. Maybe, I'm just speculating that, but maybe. So after that, we end up getting a little bit of stuff with Barbara, just like, okay, hey Jim, how do I look? And then Jim ends up going out there, gets a pummeling for days, and just like, oh my gosh, like he could barely stand up. He was, bloody all over the face, just all this stuff going on, and that was the whole plan. That was Barbara getting him out there to get his beating so that the police station could have a massacre. And that is exactly what happens. Jerome and the other Maniacs end up shooting up the place. Lee ends up hiding, Edward, Nigma, Ed, whatever you want to call him, Ed, ends up pushing Miss Kringle out of the way, which we'll talk about in a second. But, and just all this crazy stuff happening. Jerome ends up killing most of the cops in there. I don't think there was any that was, alive. Maybe Alvarez or whoever else was in there that was okay, but most of them were dead. We end up seeing Commissioner Sarah Essen, R.I.P. She ended up dying at the end. She was held hostage. I can't talk today. She was held hostage by Jerome and the Maniacs. And unfortunately, Sabrina Guevara is done with Gotham. She's dead, unfortunately. She was one of my favorite characters, too, so it's really sad to see when one of your favorite characters dies, like Fish, for example, last season. So, I don't know, but, it's just one of those things. So, who is going to be the next commissioner? That's the big question. But with this massacre, Bullock ends up coming back. He was born to be a cop. That's what he's sticking with, and that's what's going on. So they end up trying to figure out what's going on with this. Like, why are they doing this? It's for headlines. We already figured that out in the episode. So I feel like they're just going to keep destroying Gotham and just going crazy until Theo's ready for the Court of Owls to come in. So, yeah. Next up, Bruce and Alfred's story. So Bruce and Alfred are in the cave, the Bat Cave if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it is the Bat Cave, but it won't get to Bat Cave status right away until Bruce is Batman. He kind of just, expands the cave, makes it bigger for all of his bat toys in there, his Batmobile, all that stuff that's going on. So I feel like this is just like prototype Bat Cave, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, pre-Bat Cave or whatever. But Alfred and Bruce are in there. Alfred smashes up this computer because he wants to keep Bruce safe. Bruce goes completely bonkers, like, what the cabbage did you do, Alfred? That was the answer. I feel like David Mazouz is really doing a really great job at, being Bruce Wayne when it comes to flipping out, going crazy. I feel like with the movies, you see Bruce all the time, and you see all these things, these traits that these traits that Bruce has in the movies, but we never really see that, in full effect. We always get them all blended together for one movie, but we never see all of them at one time. For the show, for Gotham, I feel like it's gonna do that better, whereas we get to know Bruce more than we will in the movies, because they get to peel every layer, every season of Bruce, so that we can see more of him, which I am excited for. So if they get season 3, season 4, I want to see incredible things with Bruce this season. We're getting Silver St. Cloud as a love interest. We're probably going to get Selena back in the mix. We're probably going to get just all these things just going all over the place, so I'm really excited for that as well. But anyway, talking about the cave, Bruce ends up firing Alfred. Alfred ends up going to the train station. Bruce and them just kind of have this mending moment. Bruce actually tells Alfred, if you're coming back, you gotta fix the computer, because you're the one who broke it. We also get this thing where Bruce agrees to train every single day. He also said something about going back to school, so I don't know if Alfred still wants that for Bruce, but I think we're gonna get more school stuff. So will that be a kind of like a window to get, Tommy Elliott back in there and just have him, as a bully again? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that again, but it would be fun to see school. That's probably where he's going to meet Silver St. Cloud. So just speculate whatever you want to do whatever you want to speculate about that. But I feel like that's what's going to go on. So I'm gonna be super excited for that as well. But we get some stuff with that. Then we see Alfred going to Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox. Whatever you want to call him. Lucius, whatever. Played by Chris Chalk, who is an amazing actor. He's doing a really great job. And I've heard that he's going to be a series regular this season. So expect to see more Lucius Fox. I am excited. I cannot wait. Just like when Morena Baccarin was in season 1 as a guest star, now she's a series regular, which is really great. So yeah, I'm super excited for that as well. But for Chris Chalk to be a series regular as Lucius Fox is going to be really great for Bruce and Alfred's story, and kind of mixing in with that as well. So he says that he possibly can fix his computer, so we're going to have to wait and see. But I am super excited. Next up, Edward Nygma and Miss Kringle's story. So I feel like I've been saying I'm super excited through this whole video, but I am truly excited for what's going to happen with Ed and Miss Kringle and their kind of mix that they're going on. So in this episode, Ed struggles to ask Miss Kringle out. We've already seen that before. And his other personality, we see him again. Who do you like better? Do you like cool, confident Ed, or, weird, fun Ed? I feel like I just love Ed as a whole. Like, I feel like with this multiple personality disorder, it's going to get a little weird. But, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how that kind of goes down. Will he keep the multiple personality disorder? Will it go away? Because that's not really what the Riddler is about, technically. That's more Two-Face. So, yeah. But we're probably going to get a little bit more of, Ed's multiple personality. And then it's probably going to go away. I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, Ed ends up diving in to save Miss Kringle from a bullet during the massacre. And I think what's going to happen is that she's going to end up saying, oh my gosh, I'm in love with you, I'm going to fall for you. But I don't think she's falling for Ed himself. I think she's falling in love with Ed's heroics. If you've ever seen like a TV show that's done this before, this is like a totally weird example. But for example, iCarly, for instance. Yeah, that's kind of weird. When Freddy saves Carly from that truck, and I can't really remember what season it was, but yeah, he ends up saving her, and then Carly falls for Freddy's heroics. Not exactly Freddy. So, I don't know, whatever I'm going to call that. So I think that's what's going to be happening in Gotham, is that Miss Kringle might fall in love with Ed's heroics, but not with Ed exactly. So, call it what you will. I'm just speculating that. I don't think it's true. I don't know what's going to happen, but it could happen, it could not happen. I don't know, but it just feels like that's going to happen. So yeah, but keep that in mind. Overall, this episode was really great. Really huge episode because we've only gotten into... This is only the second episode and there's already craziness going down. There's going to be a lot of stuff next week with Barbara, the pig costume, or whatever she's got going on. I'm super excited to see that as well. So, yeah, this is a really good episode. The pacing of this season has changed. If you know someone who's watched Gotham Season 1 and they didn't like it, just tell them, watch the Season 1 finale, pick back up with Season 2, because the pacing is changing. It's getting better and better, and it's only going to get better from here. I promise you guys that. Court of Owls is coming, Mr. Freeze, Clayface, all that stuff's going to be coming this season. I'm super excited. I've been saying that the whole video, so I hope you guys are super excited as well. Updates, let's see, today is Tuesday. The last episode of Vixen drops, so I'm going to be doing that video for that episode tomorrow. Thursdays are Villain Thursdays, Fridays are Hero Fridays, Saturday is... I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of videos on Saturday because of Monsterber. I'm going to be doing bonus videos for each of the shows that I don't review. I do review Girl Meets World, so that will be a regular review, but everything else will be bonus videos of top 5 moments from the episodes that happen in Monsterber Weekend because of all the crossovers that are going on. Same thing for Sunday. Monday I'll be doing all the videos for the Sunday shows. So, and that's my regular Casey Undercover review. So I'm super excited for that as well. There are links down in the description for my Twitter, Instagram, and Vine. Don't forget to follow those. There are also links up there to my other videos and to the Gotham playlist if you want to catch up. I've already done my episode 1 review up there, so just go check that out as well. Other than that, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So, thanks guys for watching. Like and favorite this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.